Hello. Hello and good evening. My name is Gold Vision. Welcome to Tuesday evening here at 7 Second Summer Camp. We're enjoying our time at the beach, the garbage beach, resource beach, whatever you want to call it. We're meditating on, the abundance of animals. There's so many creatures and living things throughout the world. And they're all mysterious, we don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. The ones here on Resource Beach, they're helping out. They're focusing their attention on what I am while they fly around in strange circles, but I don't know what the majority of animals out there in the world are doing. And it's not really my concern to follow their consciousness to the end. I want to see the joy of animals. I want to see the prosperity of animals, and I don't want to see the unhappiness of animals or the creations that walk around the planet and participate in whatever capacity they do. Before we get into tonight's feature game, I do have some quick announcements. The garbage at Resource Beach has been restocked. So you can see we have plenty of garbage for you to meditate on and reduce to nothing as you meditate on it. Watch the image of garbage slowly diminishing until it becomes a pile of pure energy. Excuse me, Kate. Before it becomes a pile of pure energy and comes to the player, filling up their meditation bar. So get in there and grab some meditation on concepts that are unpleasant, but things that we need to work through and appreciate and make go away from ourselves. There's a note. There's some rafts with defects. Don't use those ones. I don't know how to tell. They're probably deflated, honestly. And that's not my note. That's just on here. And finally, drink water. Drink water. That's a good point. It's something that a lot of people don't think about enough, and a lot of people don't do enough. A lot of people they enjoy their soda, which I do too. But there's the bigger, more important thing to do when you're doing a lot of meditation and you're really working through whatever perspective of consciousness you want to consider yourself a dignitary of, whatever you're working through, it's good to just have those staples of life, the oxygen, the water, things that are a big part of us and a big part of our movement and how we grow as people. Make sure to drink some water. It's 7:77 o'clock. It's time for the feature game of the evening. I think you may have heard of it. It's oh, look, there's the PAL star. I didn't know we had one of those. This is a controversial game for a million different reasons, and like I've explained, I've been trying to get through the backlog of all the games that came out while I was diligently figuring out camp, and one of them was this one, Palworld, and I purchased it just day one when I just saw everything for it. I didn't know all about controversy, and I didn't know what the problems were. If and how those problems are resolved, I don't know either, but I purchased it so early and didn't have a chance to even load it up, and then was cautioned that it might not be worth playing at all, and so I tried to return it without playing it, but by the time I had tried to return it, I had already owned it long enough to be outside of the return window, and so now I have it, and rather than let it go to waste, I'm going to jump in there, I'm going to experience it, I'm going to play it out, and hope that it works out. Hope that something happens. It might not be anything, The Pal Star has initiated the failed to present direct 3D 11 swap chain due to device reset removal. So we're just gonna go right into the game, I guess. That's not at all what I thought was going to happen. I clicked ahead just to see if there was anything going on. I created a character real quick and named them after myself so I'd know who they were. And I didn't want a big loading screen or whatever. So without further ado, now in witness of the Pal Star, we're going to play some Palworld. Alright, that is a choice of camera angle. The character creation was pretty low intensity. The tree holds the stones. Once again, very interesting choice of camera angle. Unnecessary. In fact, I don't know why I don't have clothes on. I always prioritize getting clothed, but this is fine. Okay. And there was a recent patch I saw for this game, so I don't know if that's important to the game world or anything. I have the option to build a primitive workbench. If you don't know me, if this is the first time you've seen something that I do, for a while now I've been playing games very peacefully and without attacking or destroying things. In general, I try not to attack anything, and then destruction I allow for to a certain extent, but it's not a priority, and I will stop playing games like I did yesterday when I was charged with the task of simply defeating a slime. Just a bouncing slime, familiar trope of games. It's too it's not really about the death of the slime that I'm worried about. It's the forcing the player through a funnel that requires them to destroy life in order to progress in a game world arbitrarily. So it's a very strong tenet, and it probably annoys a lot of people, but I think that, and I keep saying that, we keep using our attention and energy to build the world that we want to see more of. Wow. I just got level 2 by picking up 2 logs, which means that maybe I'll be able to make a lot of progress without having to hurt anything. There's a couple things on my journey list that seem important. One is to activate a great eagle statue to unlock fast travel. Is that this? Nice. Okay. This might be product of the patch and product of people saying that it's hard to play, or that it's too slow at the front or something. A lot of games end up patching out boring introductions and tutorials, and I'm okay with that if that's what's happened. I have unused stat points. Check the options menu with escape. Check the survival guide. What should I do first? First up, pick fallen branches and pebbles to gather wood and stone. You can also collect wood and stone by punching big trees and rocks with your bare hands. Build a workbench and craft an axe and pickaxe to gather resources more efficiently. So you've gathered enough materials, choose a location for your base. Pal box that becomes your base as your level increases. Make weapons, a pal sphere. So I don't have to do any of this stuff, but I could make a base, I guess, so I can have a bed. And I'll do what I need to, but I'd rather make some friends out here and maybe learn where they find clothing. A castaway. Been a while since someone who didn't stink of pals washed up here. I don't stink of pals. This island is a living hell. The people I came with aren't with us any longer. Those damned pals ate every one of them. Better be careful out there. Here, take some basic supplies. You need to toughen up if you want to survive out there. That's very nice. It's a level 3 expedition survivor. I'm level 2, so they must have found at least 8 tree branches throughout the course of their life. 16. There's a lot of stuff going on here. These are things I know how to do. Some things I know how to build. Pal box. I need a palladium fragment and a stone. It is beautiful though. It looks really nice. It's kind of what I wanted to see. Perhaps the first person mode would be great too, but or first is there a they said they give me some starting supplies, but all I see is lumber. Okay. Let's build it up. Let's make the pal's dream come true. The controversies I mentioned earlier are robust, but I thought that this game would either like go away completely or still be in litigation, or whatever problems would be resolved by now. I'll build that. And I tried doing cursory search, but it doesn't seem like anybody cares that much as they did on the onset. And then there's also all the controversy of the terrible things that can happen in this game, but I'm going to avoid that. Do I have to make that? Do I have to make a wooden club? Because I don't want to. I do need a PAL sphere, I guess, and I need to unlock it. Yeah, I want to unlock that. What do I need for that? Well, I'm not going to use it, but I'll make one. I'll create it to better fit into this world. This is nice, though. I would love to craft some pants as well. And look, just random things outside in the world. I don't mind gathering plants. It feels like destruction, but it also feels like gathering, and with the intent of creating joy. I would love to plant some red berries too. But at some point you have to draw the line of what is okay to do and conduct yourself. There might be karmic repercussions for picking up berries. Unlikely something I'll have to deal with in this game world, but perhaps in others. Stone. So I do need like a stick to hit the stone so I can build a house sphere. Look at that. Look at that out there. Big monster. Also, I don't hear any BGM, but that's okay. There's a lot of parallels with the game Pokemon, which I'm actually I'm pretty on the fence about whether or not I can play that game too. I feel like I didn't want to build my bench so far away from the world, and I'm going into this pretty blind, pretty cold, unknowing of what's happening. I've only seen screenshots really. And then any kind of like end game content is completely unrelatable or comprehensible. But it looks like there's plenty of places to meditate and experience joy. Let's see what happens when I approach one of these animals. Nothing. It runs from me. I'm currently trying to gather stone so I can build a PAL ball, so that way the game will stop asking me to. I take tutorials very seriously, especially when they seem like they're the only way to advance the game. But I won't do anything that I don't want to do just because a little window tells me to. And I just think that if I keep doing that, then eventually games will be released that won't require actions that I don't want to do. And I've seen an uptick in the games that I can play and how far I can go. Well on my way to level 3. I wonder if you could get to the maximum level just by gathering lumber throughout the world. Look at this beautiful building out there. Yeah, I can get there. Wow, here we go. Punching the rocks, attacking the rocks. I don't have a problem with rearranging materials in the world. Are these berries gonna expire? Wow. That's something. Okay, how many rocks do I need? Did I get any by punching the rock? Do I have to... Well, I consider this behavior... well, first of all, the rock doesn't appear to be changing. So, if I can get 3 stone out of here without... Yeah, without doing that, then I feel like I've just created matter. That's how it feels. To take something like this and make something that... This didn't diminish in size. It hasn't changed. And as far as I know, rocks do change when you take things out of them. And maybe it's a hollow rock inside or something, but I prefer games where this is the process of accumulating resources. This is just simply removing them from an inanimate object while the object remains unchanged. I also want to see if there's other things that I'm going to need rocks for. Wooden chest. What do I need for the PAL box? A little more stone. Okay. So it is a violent act to punch, but I've also really dove into what violence means. And I think that there is violence that nets positive results, like using a hammer to nail a nail to a board to build a building to protect somebody from the elements. And I think it's foolish to say that that's just in general a violent act, when really the thing we're trying to avoid is destructive violence. And I feel like that clarifies everything. I don't have to get too deep into all those explanations. I do feel the need to make them though. It's nice. I really just want a shirt because I feel relatively vulnerable in these clothes. I feel like if there are dangerous people about, then I too might run into a one or two. And if they see me running around without clothes on, they might think that I am a easily dispatched target, and I'm trying to avoid that in a dangerous world. Do I have to eat these berries before I run out of time? I might have to do it. And I don't know why I keep saying this stat points. What do I do with that? In the PAL deck. Inventory. Stat points. Enhanced stats. Health's a good one. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Get in there. Make a PAL sphere. Start production. Okay. Done. Acquire. Alright. I'm not going to attack PALs to weaken them. Open the technology screen and pick PAL box, and then yes. And then craft a cloth outfit. Cloth outfit. Cloth. Looks like I'm gonna need first I'm gonna need to get to level 4. I'm also gonna need to get some wool or something, which I'll probably have to find on the ground or something. Okay. So craft a cloth outfit and equip it to prepare for the chill of the night. Alright. All of my priorities seem to be almost aligned with the game's goals. Where's that PAL box? Let's make that. Thankfully I have another palladium fragment to keep it going. Do it. Where is it? Where's the PAL box? I unlocked it, right? Do this. Let me build it. I'm amped for this. I might spend one of my 10 technology points on that just to get it going. The shoddy bed. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I always do. Every time. Select recipe. It's not on here. Is it because my workbench is too broken or something? Do I need the repair kit? Or should I just go out and explore because I can't build the cloth that I need? Can I pick this up? There we go. Pal box. Is it foolish to have my base up here? No, look at how beautiful this is. There we go. Okay. I don't know. This is nice though. Just start it off here. The top of a hill. Okay. Craft cloth outfit and access the PAL box. Assign a bow to your base. Okay. I'm real on the fence about doing anything like that. I do have the PAL thing, and maybe the PAL thing, the PAL sphere. So maybe there's justification to do it in order to complete the tutorial without doing anything too terrible. But I think I'm probably charged with the task of removing wool from these monsters, these pals, without any form of kindness or exchange. And I'm not interested in doing that. So of my objectives, I'm still on the fence about if I need to do the destructive action. And it looks like gathering is totally an option here. And it's all nice. So I'm going to keep doing that. And maybe amidst the Paldium fragments, we'll find a... Look at how much stuff is on the ground. I feel like I'm going to be just rolling in tree fragments and stone. I feel bad punching this stone earlier. It's destructive, or aggressive acts. But even walking around is aggressive, you know. There's a danger to anything smaller than you that could fall underfoot and experience problems that way. Oh, we have some stuff on the map too. Some little checkpoint places. Go to this eagle place. Okay. And shift to run, yeah, doing it. I don't even know why I'm gathering this. I guess because perhaps when I arrive at any semblance of civilization, then I'll be able to trade these elements for clothing. Wow, what's up here? I think it's a sparkling something. Probably worth its weight. What is this? What is this? What is it? I don't know. Do you think punching is an inefficient way to gather? Probably is. It's probably the kind of thing that you need a special pickaxe for or something. But it's getting dark, and I should probably try to get to my destination. And not that way. Oh, there's like a fire monster. I believe, whoa. Sorry, I saw the red indicator, and that was a clear indicator to me to avoid anything with the number 17 on it, honestly. We got dragons and stuff flying around. Okay. I'm gonna try to sneak to the next destination. I guess I'm just gonna abandon my base. Although I think this is the indicator of where my base is. And we're gonna look for wool. And hopefully some on the ground. And we're gonna... Wait, oh, there's something here too. Look at that. Gold coin. And a small pal soul. And some bread. Hopefully now I'm a guardian of that soul and I can do something good with it. There's been something relatively major in my philosophy that I've developed recently, and that is that my focus is less on arbitrarily trying to decide exactly what constitutes destruction and peace and exactly what peacefulness is, and more focused on generating joy in the world. And I think that that's a much more tangible goal. Is that thing asleep? Is it the king of the forest? Memorist? Okay. Do they sleep at night? I guess I'm now just sneaking through the forest. Also, I'm cold. Let's run to that fast travel point and see if we can get back. I don't know, I just saw it. By sneak, I mean run. And I can't tell how much I'm losing. Is it just health down there? My bread bar's going down too. And it seems like all of that's bad. These are pretty impressive glows and textures. Oof. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to the base and try to build a bed. Just to make it through the night. File box management, base upgrade. Because I'm cold. Technology. Prometheus, go for it. Yeah, this overlooks this. Oh, I didn't even see that tree earlier. Oh, can I just build a campfire? Right here. Blue means go, right? Okay. So far, so good. I thought I'd have to bail way earlier than this, but it seems like there's some things that are pretty possible. Perfect. And now I'm warm. Place a pal in the base pal slot. Something. I don't know. Eat these. Eat them. Put them in my inventory. Small feed bag for my weapon. Use on, yeah. There it is. Red berries. 4 minutes left. It's really important in a game where you can starve to get food. I don't have a problem with that. That seems like a very natural experience, and it requires destruction, and it's okay. It's something that's very relatable, very human, and I really define joy generation as providing and meeting and surpassing the expectations of the people in the world, trying to find out what is valuable to them and create something better. What is bad or good? I just have red bars. Euclides. I don't know. That's nice. They're just on their, they're just enjoying themselves. Okay, statue of power. Spirit left behind, small pal. I've got some gold coins, so I think that's, I'm on my way to getting some clothes. Just a beautiful dream. Okay, the rest of the tutorial stuff I don't know if it's gonna happen. And I'm staying by the fire for the moment because I can't really move through the night without clothes. But this is, as you know, part of the consistent motif of a 7-second summer camp. Game I created to meditate in the gaming world. There's a campfire, there's a tent. You start off with all that stuff. You don't have to grind through it or unlock it. It's right there. If that's your thing, if that's what you want to do. I wanted to make that available. because, like I've expressed several times, I'm quite an experiential gamer, and the reason that I'm doing these live streams is to find the experiences within these game worlds to see if they're worth doing. And most games seem to offer some gameplay loop that allows the same experience over and over again to amplify and build on itself. But if the initial experience isn't satisfying, then the idea of working hard to eventually feel satisfaction when you don't feel it on the onset doesn't seem worth it when there's so many alternatives available. And there have been, and I think I'm going to do a poll about which games felt the most enticing, because I feel like there have been, of the games I've played the last couple weeks, some that are and should be prioritized for progression. But I really wanted to, like, I've been reading about this game since it came out, and I have literally not done anything in it until just now, sharing it all with you, because I wanted to make sure I prioritized creating a game experience that I was in control of and there wasn't any destruction in. And now I can investigate what the other players in the world are prioritizing and learning from and enjoying, where they're generating joy. Looks like we have a lot of fast travel spots. And ooh, can I just dismantle it? What does that mean? Okay. So it looks like I'm on my way. It looks like, is it daytime yet? What is this blue tree? I don't really care. I'm gonna go and warp up. Can I fast travel from the map, or do I need to go to a fast travel podium? Oh, the blue line is the stuff from the tree, or for the blue lines on the tree are my base boundaries. Okay. A question mark. Those guys seem fine. Those pals. I mean, this is really... It's kind of a merger of a lot of different ideas. Okay, I'm here, but I don't want to attract the attention of the other pals. And perhaps to them I'm a pal of my own. More pal souls. I don't know if I want to sacrifice them or whatever I was talking about. I want to get to town and then use this gold to buy some clothes and wool. It's cool that I can warp back to my base, though. A lot of gaming tropes are just straightforward, standardized. And that's where we kind of are right now. There's so many games that all have the same language that we have to assume that if we don't see it, then it's not there. Hello. You're a new face, don't tell me an outsider. Not that it matters to me. Now that you're on this island, why not try and catch some pals? You can gain extra experience points for capturing up to 12 of the same kind, you know. What they say, pal tamers get stronger the more pals they capture. Here, take this. Ooh, a fragment. That's nice. And what do we have here? I'll just pick it up. I've been fooled before. It's like an iPad. I'm tempted. I'm not against it. It could be placed. This could be a public service for new people who come through the Arch of Beginnings or whatever. This one doesn't seem like that. This one seems like a Jade problem. But I'll get this little iPad back here. Ah, it's a journal. Okay. From the what screen? From the options screen. Okay. Day XX. Oh wow, somebody went to an island alone. Make sure we're going the right direction. I don't think we can go anywhere else. I don't know if this is that island. they're talking about. But let's keep going. It's triggering my sense of adventure, exploration. It's just, you know, rocks and tiles and stone, but there's something new around the corner, and I think that's what a lot of games offer and excite us with. I want to use these stat points so it stops telling me to. Stamina. I don't think I'm gonna min-max anything. Oh, my inventory is pretty full too. This is nice. This little beach over here. If you're just joining, my name is Gold Vision. I play games peacefully and without attacking as often as possible, without creating destruction. I do so because I'm trying to manifest the world that I want to live in by behaving and perceiving activities that reflect that world. And I also do so by celebrating games that are celebrated by gamers and trying to find new ones that should be. I don't know why I'm picking up branches. This seems like such a unnecessary. I should say that I haven't always played games like this. I really haven't. So there's a lot of things that echo through my experience playing a lot of games that make me want to fill up progress bars and, oh man, I'm weighed down by carrying so much stuff. Fill up my inventory with rocks. Alright, take one and put it on the ground. Can I do that? Oh, perfect. Alright, and now I just won't encounter anything else new until I get to a town where I can buy a shirt. Except for this thing. Unless it's an egg. It's a scorching egg, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to interrupt karmic processes and stories that are happening and unfolding in my world for selfish reasons. And worse, unknown selfish reasons, because a random adventurer told me that it's a good idea. I respect people's opinions, but I'm not just going to do things because people say to. It's pretty familiar, but different. I think I'm supposed to be interested in capturing and using these monsters to fight in a way that is familiar. I don't think entering this dungeon's a good idea. But I'm going to. I don't know. Exploration, like I said. There might be something of value. There might be cloth for sale. And I might need to exit the dungeon right away. Oh yeah, there's thugs and stuff. Okay. Go ahead and make my way out. This is cool though. This is some inspiration. I keep finding fireflies. Why do you suppose that is? I've been looking for them. These are interesting. If you don't mind, actually, I would like to meditate in this cave real quick. I'm just going to take some deep breaths, and a big part of this experience at 7 Second Summer Camp as the meditation counselor is that I'm looking for places and games where we can enjoy our time and not feel the rush to go in any particular direction. And this is particularly beautiful. I don't know if I can sit down, and I don't want to like fudge hotkeys right now to make a loud noise. I'll check though for you. Options, controls, sit. Meditate would be a real boon, but I've never seen that. We got jump, partner skill, crouch, C, reload. I haven't gone there yet. And then, yeah, let's try C. Okay, it's kind of, that's my meditative stance. Alright, and we'll be here amidst the mushrooms and the fireflies, and we're just going to take some deep breaths and appreciate just the beauty and the time and energy that people went through to create this world for us to enjoy. Just 2 more. One more. That's night. It's night. Caves are great for that. I'm surprised we found such a fun entrance to it. There's obviously these guys. I'm not going to try to tame them or something. Once again, I don't have clothes on, or enough clothes on, I'd say. Need to leave the dungeon. F. Yeah. But it's good to know about it, in case I find any thugs who are interested in looking for a dungeon to participate in. I don't know what they're doing in there. That's not really a human being action. This is unlocked, right? Okay. Oh, this is the Tower of the Syndicate? Not gonna go. Not gonna get in there. Just grabbing some pallium fragments and heading on my way. Right? Let's see. That doesn't look good. In fact, it looks problematic. Yikes. What's all this? It's not of interest. Let's see if I can avoid it. Seeing the numbers go up. The only thing I could think is that I might want to help, but that would include capturing. It only captures pals. It's only effective on low-level pals. I would prefer to reduce this combat to nothing, but I don't know if that's my prerogative or if that's my responsibility, and I don't know how to do that either. If I captured all of the pals, would they stop attacking? Or are the pals the ones that are attacking the Syndicate? I don't know. And it does seem like that conflict is not something that I necessarily want to be responsible for in either of those options. What are they doing? Oh, it looks like a man's been hurt. I'm going to mark that up to visual trauma. It took me a long time to understand that you can experience something in a video game that's not good. Wow. Shoot. Without performing any act on your own. Seems like they have this under control. I don't know. Where do I land on this conflict? The cessation of behaviors of everybody? If I could stop human beings from attacking each other, I would do that, but I don't have the capability of stopping human beings from doing things without attacking them themselves. Well, it's a real head scratcher. And increasing the freedom of the system by decreasing the freedom of others. I'll see if I can free that one guy that's trapped in there. Because this seems like something I can do. Wow. Oh, I was captured by... And how? What? Did I capture a pal by opening a door? Because that wasn't my intention. And doors in games, man. There's a lot of conflict there. You may have seen the clip from a game I didn't play where the player opens the door. It's not just one game. The player opens the door and then a boss falls off a ladder and breaks their life support system. And it's so by opening the door, the player is responsible for the death of an antagonist who would have fought them. It's there's a natural danger by opening doors in video games. I don't know, do I have one now? I do, I have a pen gullet. It requires a pen gullet rocket launcher. Maybe I can do some of those little goals, little missions, after I drop one of these. Take one. I'm just grabbing these rocks. So aggressively carried and picked up. Am I hungry too? No, I'm okay, but I should eat these berries. I already forgot how to do it. Oh, they kind of reset their timer if you eat them. That's not how anything works in my brain. So I'll have to relearn how berries work in this world. So we watched some conflict resolution. Sorry for the visual trauma. I think anybody who knew what they were doing when they clicked the Palworld thumbnail knew that that might happen. That there would be. I mean, there's conflict in every game. We didn't watch anything too tremendous, but we did find people who are unconscious, and I have no particular way of interfacing or reviving them. But I will seek that in this world. It doesn't seem like anything here is... I gotta stop. It doesn't seem like anything here is too aggressive. I dodged some of those monsters, but I didn't, like the big ones. But I haven't done anything to antagonize any of these Pokemon. Sorry. Misspoke. Palmons. Just pals, right? They all seem to be afraid of my presence. It's probably my lack of clothing. It's alright though. Man, could really use some wool. At the next stop, I'll jump back to my base and try to summon, access the PAL box and summon a PAL to my base. Maybe I can get pretty far in this tutorial without attacking anything or capturing, removing freedom from any of the people or animals in the world. Remember, we're trying to appreciate the living organisms throughout the world. They do have natural ecological processes, and I'm unfamiliar with how they go about doing their business. I don't know if that's like if the bandits that we saw up there, if they're the natural prey of pals, and they, although they use firearms, are simply, that's like a defense mechanism, like a cactus with pines on it. needles, pins. So I don't know, and I didn't want to interrupt this natural ecological process. They didn't seem like they look like my character in style or build. All right, and so I hope that the viewer either understands or appreciates that I'm currently trying to clothe my character to be more more reflective of the kind of clothes that I would wear in a world like this. And that that's kind of my priority right now. Oof, that's a bunch of fragments. And this little penguin guy is just leveling up in my pocket. I've increased its freedom, but I haven't freed it. And I don't want to destroy it or anything like that. Alright, so let's get back to the base that I made. We might make a new base, I don't know. Let's keep it going. So far it's so good though. Is my fireplace still up here? Wow, it's just going. That doesn't seem like it runs out of anything. 1,000 out of 1,000. I got PAL fluids. I didn't really want to say that out loud. This is a recipe. Oh, I want to use the PAL box to summon a PAL. Summon. PAL's at the base. There you are. Okay, pals without beds will get stressed. I can appreciate that. PAL deck. This is about joy generation. Is a PAL bed different than a regular bed? Where do I get fiber from? I haven't found any place to trade things. I'd really like to. Okay. Is this journey thing just an option? Is it? What's all the with these little stars? Just click on them. Okay. Just trying to get through my PAL deck so that it doesn't have any little alarms on it anymore. Got no data on any of them. Ah, there's so many. This is so many PALs. I don't remember seeing that thing. I feel like I would remember seeing that thing. And build a wooden chest. Sorry, it's in the build menu. Put that right here. No, I'm doing it. Or you can come help. I don't know. I want to increase the freedom of this penguin. A few details. Even though I had no intention of capturing this penguin, I think that, or pangolin, I think that it's clear that it's better off free than in that cage. What are you doing? It seems like it's moving joyfully. This is that's my interpretation, but it seems like it's making a choice. Wait, I don't want it to do anything. I don't want it to destroy stuff. This is the natural. This is the natural result of trying to be a good person. Harvesting what? How do I turn you off? How do I turn off your responsibilities? Over here, right? PAL box management. Okay, you're not at the base anymore. You're just in... You're back in the party? Can you be free? I don't want to delete you. But... Okay. It's got a hard skin. Oh, that's its ability. I bet they battle in real time too. Okay. Putting it in my inventory makes it safer, and it means it doesn't need a bed, because I can't build one without fiber. It's a whole mess of math. And I'm still trying to get back to a place where I can buy something. Fast travel to the fort ruins. Where's the city? Maybe over here. It's not really... I'm assuming that from this entrance we would have a city somewhere. I guess I can just build a new campfire wherever I go. But I don't want to waste resources if I don't have to. Yeah, there's a comment about being responsible for PAL stress levels, which is kind of I'm not trying to avoid responsibility. Does drop PAL make it go away? What does it do? If I do it, will it go? I'm trying to press R, but it's not doing it. I can't seem to get rid of it. I'm right clicking. I'm doing that now too because I think it's getting cold and dark, and I don't think I'll be able to safely travel to the next destination. Oh, but I do have a wooden box and I can unload all my all these stones I've collected for no reason. Oh, what? That was an accident. Now I've got a cold. Pressed. Oh, now you're doing the job again. You have an idea. Get back in. No, yeah. No, get back. Now it's in my... Now it's in... Come to the base. And then you go... It's trying to help really big, and I appreciate that. But I can't send you off on destructive ways. I actually, I went to... I hate this story, but I went to E3 a couple years ago. And I played a real-time strategy game that they had a demo set up for. It's a relatively popular one. And they're like, okay, start the mission. And there's this big line to get to it. And I started the mission, and it seemed like it was okay for a second, but some horsemen rode up on a castle, and then the castle's turrets started automatically firing some arrows. And so I was like, can't do it. I was like, I can't destroy the towers and kill the people inside, and I can't allow them to just kill the people with horses. I think it was Age of Empires. And so I was like, okay, it's somebody else's turn, because I didn't want to participate in that level. I thought I could explore building and trying to increase the safety of the people in the world and just see how far I could go, but because it was a tutorial build, it was kind of a scenario, so all the stuff, all the weapons and everything were in place. That's a good campfire story, actually. I can't currently move. If you're just joining, my name's Goldvision. I play video games without attacking or hurting things, trying to create the world that I want to see more of by participating in it at the level I feel will get me there. And I can't drift too far from the fire right now because it makes me cold and my health decreases in this game called Palworld. So I'm waiting for the sun to come back up. I'm assessing what I have at my disposal. And I'm trying to move into the world. I probably wouldn't be cold if I had clothes, but I can't get clothes as far as I can tell without attacking the different pals that have wool, which is the necessary reagent for creating a cloth outfit. It requires wool, which I haven't found in the wild. I have found a lot of other stuff, technologies and soul and gold. So that implies there's a currency and there's civilization. So I'm trying to get to the next. I'm trying to find the first semblance of civilization and buy the basic needs for clothing so I can move freely at night rather than be cold. And that's my priority and a wrap up of all the things I'm trying to achieve right now. But maybe I can, does my health come back when I get warm again? Okay, these feel like sacred now that the penguin harvested them. Take half of these and put them over here. Yeah. And then we'll keep the pal stuff and arrows. I'll probably sell the arrows when I find somewhere. Yeah, now we're at half inventory. And I'll be more prudent about collecting rocks. Just carrying rocks around. Alright. And yes, this is reflective of how a lot of my video game experiences end up being. Is it's getting kind of caught in a web of trying not to destroy stuff. And the traditional story I tell in that case is that did that work? One time I was discussing Minecraft with a person and they said that, just right click this, sorry. I was discussing Minecraft with a person and they said that you have to, it's actually very relatable to this, you have to kill a sheep to make a bed. And I said, do you have to? And then this person said, no, I guess not, but it's faster. And I think that at that core level, that's what I'm trying to overcome. Is like, what are the minimum steps required to make a game that feels like you're achieving what you need to at the rate that you feel comfortable with, without having arbitrary rules or imposing limits on the player to encourage them to attack other people or places or things or animals or pals. So that's where I'm at. Looks like the sun's coming up. I'm gonna move to the teleporting thing and try to get a little further into the world. I think I'm gonna go not this way. It's like endless beach. It looks like something's got to happen around here, and not the fort ruins. So I'm gonna go back to the Syndicate Tower entrance, and maybe up this hill and over this way. Unless we think there's some path over there. It's hard to tell. Fort ruins, no. Yeah, I think we went up. Wasn't there another spot? I don't know. Go to that one. We'll go to that one. I don't think it's cold anymore. Can't tell. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this penguin. Pangolin. These things are clearly spaced out in a way that's very intentional. The tower entrance. Beautiful. There's a question about Undertale, and I did enjoy Undertale a lot, and you just pick up a stone and level up, even though I'm not supposed to be picking up stones. And I wish that I had live streamed it, but I didn't, and I did get really hung up at a part that I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there's an authentic pacifist run in that game, and it's really cool. So I liked it, and I don't want to speak on it because I honestly feel like a lot of narrative specific games are hard to play and comment on without taking that experience away from the future players of the game. You know, I know there's a lot of games that are out that have been really played by a lot of people, so there's a lot of video available to them. This is not the way, I don't think. But look at the placement of these resources out here. I really want to move on. I want to move to the next place. It's got to be this way over here. Alright, so just go. It's got to be there, right? Get down there. And this is a very peaceful game, Palworld. Aside from if you move to fortresses or caverns that are owned by syndicate forces, it seems like the animals of the world are having a really good time just being in the wild. Yeah, I got one bread. Nobody's hungry enough to need it. Oh, and I have unused stat points. Perfect. Let's increase health. Just because, did that not work? Oh, I didn't click OK. Just because I'm gonna probably take hits. You know. Alright, keep going. Keep going south and around. It's cool. It looks like there's tons of wool here. Wait, what did that say? Can I do something? Or no, that was just the light up for the stone. That's okay. Yeah, so far level 4. Didn't have to attack anything. Oof. Doesn't look too possible. Oh, boss battle is something else. Wait. Okay. Yikes. I'm alright. Let's get this going. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be collecting all these sparkling stones. Seems like there's a lot going on around here, though. Yeah, I don't think there's any... I really hope there's not something there that I just didn't do. I'll have to do it. I'll have to check before I venture too far away from these checkpoints. Look, a little caught ball here. Whatever. Pal sphere. Yeah. I love good ambient sound too. It really is immersive. Feels comforting. Okay. Was I on my... Oh, maybe I was on my way to like a castle or something. I got caught up on the fast travel away from it. Look at this little bridge up here. Or maybe it's called a PAL bridge. Because that's how things work. So much... so much like, little dropped resources all over the place. We're gonna get it. Castaway Journal Day 3. We got civilization somewhere. What's this? Some kind of escape. Can I just run across to the north? You don't think that gold is just like a reagent for crafting, do you? Cell array. This is nice. I love water that's this color. Am I running on top of it? Okay. Look at this beachy experience. What was that? Oh, cool. One of those guys. Oh, okay. Just the thing that doesn't like me. I'm glad I increased my my health. Also, the first time we've heard music really kick on. The sound of an angry frog. Crow Joe. Well, still targeting me. That's okay. If I go for a long enough jog, my penguin will probably be level 100 and I'll just send it behind me. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of it still. No, but here's a second. Looks like the camera's winding down for the evening, so I better as well. I don't see any civilization. I see semblance. I see meteorite descents. What? Oh man, that's mysterious. You think there's wool in that thing? I don't know. I'm glad my instincts told me that there was something up here, though. I think I'll just ironically move to these pine trees that look like the level of the game I was showing you before. I'll leave the eggs alone. I'll come hang out here for a second. But I've played this a lot longer than I thought I was going to. And it seems like there's just plenty of land to explore. I haven't had to attack anything or hurt anybody. I haven't had to do anything I didn't want to do. I accidentally did capture one. I don't know where the ethics of that is, though. Freeing an animal and then having it in your inventory. It's really giving me some questions that I'm going to need to answer. And I'm picking up the trash around the world, which is just, it's very funny and ironic of my announcement earlier. This is a beautiful game, though. I love these vibes and the opportunity to be a person who can contextually wander them at a rate that feels explorative but not trudging. Looks like there's a meteor 130 meters. Oh, it's pretty close. I really want to stop playing, but if I can see it real quick. I think it's in the mountain, though. I don't know. Seems like there's upset stuff. Yeah, I can't get up there. It's a bunch of angry guys, and the music is... This is a personal endeavor. Seems unnecessary. I should have stuck with the original plan. I don't know how I was going to get up there and go into the meteor. Looks like there's some unnecessary conflict happening. Yeah, I'll try to exit aggro and then I'll call it a night, because this has been too much, honestly. It seems like there's all the crafting I could ever hope for a game about the collecting monsters. And it doesn't seem like there's any real need to do anything that I don't want to do. So far it's been a very peaceful game that doesn't even require destruction, I don't think. I elected to pick some berries because they were there, but there's plenty of things to do out in the world. It does seem there's like an imposed level of clothlessness that isn't ideal. But just see me again. Whatever. I'll duck into this cave if I need to. But from what I can tell, there's a lot to explore in Palworld, and controversy aside, it seems like a game that allows for peaceful exploration, regardless of anything else. Normally I'd bop to the ending sequence, but it's unavailable at this moment. So, maybe this will work. No, didn't. Well, that was an option too. Okay, well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for visiting 7 Seconds Summer Camp. Thank you for exploring Palworld with me and seeing all the beautiful things that it has to offer. There's a lot of games that I've been playing that I really want to investigate further, and this is one of them. And I don't know how far it can go, but I'm glad that we had the chance to appreciate all the animals together. My name is Gold Vision. The opening sequence was in 7 Seconds Summer Camp, so check that out if you're looking for an opportunity to meditate and be rewarded for it in real time without having to build a campsite. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and as always, I ask you, gold on to your dreams.